So your friend calls you up and they're like, hey, can you invest with me on this deal? You have to make a decision. Do you want to invest with them or do you want to walk away? Today, I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts in regards to if buying a property or investing in a property with a family or friend is worthwhile, or if you would be better off doing it alone. So make sure you stay tuned. What's up, everyone, and welcome to Real Talk with Liability, where we talk about all things real estate. So today we're going to be talking about the topic, should you invest with your family and friends? Let's jump right into it. I'll tell you straight up, there is no right or wrong answer. The answer is not always going to be yes, and the answer is not always going to be no. I'm going to share my thoughts with you. First thing that you want to take a look at is what value do each of you bring to the table? When it comes to real estate investing, for example, is one person bringing the deal? Is another person bringing the financing? Does one person understand how to create entities? Does one person understand being a realtor and they know how to put the deal together and write up the deal? Does one person have outstanding negotiating skills? There are so many different areas of value. You really want to understand, is the other person bringing value to the table? And if the answer is yes, then I would say that's the step one to consider whether or not you should be investing with them. If the answer is no, then I would say stop the conversation right there. You should not go forward. If the other person is not bringing any value to the table, then this is what you call community service. And investing in community service don't go together, okay? If you want to invest to make money, then invest to make money. If you want to invest to help someone, I wouldn't put them on the deal. you might end up regretting it. That is one area that I would look at. Next, I would document the value proposition of each person. Yes, you've identified it. Yes, you've thought about it, but really document it. And don't only think about the other person, but have the other person really document what your value proposition is as well. This should be a very objective conversation. As much bias that can be taken out, then the better the outcome could be. So make sure that you document the value proposition on both ends. Next, you want to decide what is the weighted value for both? You know, is this valued more than the other side? Is your value more or is that person's value more? And that's important because you want to understand that in terms of profit share. How are you going to share the profit? Let's say it's a fix and flip. You all are wanting to buy a property, fix it up, and then sell it. Let's say you make $50,000. If you all make $50,000, how are y'all planning to split this? How are you all planning to split the profit? Is it going to be 50-50? Is it going to be 75-25, 80-20, 90-10? There are so many different ways to go about it. So you all really want to understand from the beginning what the profit share is going to be based on what each person is bringing to the table. Next, you want to understand, are you all going to be creating some type of special purpose vehicle or an LLC to buy the property? And if you all are, how are you all going to get it created? I am not an attorney, I am not a CPA, I am not a financial advisor. When you are going through these situations, you want to make sure that you consult the right professional to make sure that you are covering all your bases so that you understand how this is going to be taxed, how it's going to impact you all separately. You want to make sure that you're protected from a legal perspective. You want to make sure that you understand if you put any cash in the deal, you want to understand how long is your cash going to be in the deal and what are the projected profits? What's the worst case scenario? What's the best case scenario? You don't want to just look at what happens if everything goes exactly right. You also want to look at what happens if things go really well and what happens if things go really bad. What happens if you have to hold on to the property because you can't sell it? Are y'all aligned in what you all would do? You all don't want to have to be arguing at that point, you know, a year into the property. You all can't sell it. If those situations happen, what are you going to do? You have to think about those things early on. Because there's so many different nuances, that also is a consideration in regards to why a lot of people would prefer to work with themselves, because if things go bad, they want to be able to take ownership of the decision making to either stop the loss or to maybe break even or to hold on to the property. You know, there are a lot of different ways that things could go. So that's the reason why a lot of people might just say they want to invest by themselves. So if you are looking to invest with family and friends, Those are all things that you should take into consideration. Again, there is no right or wrong answer. It could be successful either way, but you want to make sure that you do the proper due diligence to make sure that you are really thinking through what you need to do to make sure that you're getting the results that you are really wanting to get. Ultimately, at the end of the day, your relationship with your family and friends is more important to whether you might or may not make money. Put the priority on making sure that you all do the due diligence so that you can keep that relationship intact. And the money is just a benefit. It's an add-on. You all are working together because you like each other as family and friends. Hopefully y'all like each other. Otherwise, why are you doing business with someone that you don't like? If you like this person, if you love this person, then make sure that you don't rush the due diligence phase. Take it very seriously, treat it as a business. Document everything, make sure that you understand the upside as well as the downside, and really think it through, because what you don't want to do is to go through a situation and then impact your closest family and friends, or even a family or friend, someone that you know. Those are my thoughts. I hope you learned something new. Thank you for tuning into Real Talk with Olamide. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure that you subscribe. There is a link in the description if you want to get in contact with me. Have a great day. Stay blessed.